Which of the following muscle types is responsible for voluntary movements? A. Cardiac muscle. B. Skeletal muscle. C. Smooth muscle. D. Myocardium. The correct answer is B. Skeletal muscles are under voluntary control, meaning their contractions are consciously controlled by the nervous system. Cardiac and smooth muscles are involuntary. Which muscle is primarily responsible for the flexion of the forearm at the elbow joint? A. Biceps brachii. B. Triceps brachii. C. Brachioradialis. D. Deltoid. The correct answer is A. The biceps brachii is the primary muscle involved in flexing the forearm at the elbow, working in opposition to the triceps brachii, which extends the arm. What is the role of the sarcoplasmic reticulum in muscle contraction? A. Generates action potentials. B. Stores calcium ions. C. Produces ATP for contraction. D. Transmits nerve impulses. The correct answer is B. The sarcoplasmic reticulum stores and releases calcium ions, which are essential for triggering muscle contraction by interacting with troponin and tropomyosin. Which of the following proteins directly interacts with actin to cause muscle contraction? A. Troponin. B. Tropomyosin. C. Myosin. D. Calmodulin. The correct answer is C. Myosin binds to actin filaments and performs a power stroke to slide the filaments past one another, resulting in muscle contraction. What is the primary source of energy for muscle contraction under anaerobic conditions? A. Glucose. B. Fatty acids. C. Creatine phosphate. D. Amino acids. The correct answer is C. During short bursts of activity under anaerobic conditions, muscles primarily use creatine phosphate to quickly regenerate ATP, which is required for muscle contraction. Which ion is essential for the depolarization of the muscle cell membrane during an action potential? A. Potassium. B. Calcium. C. Sodium. D. Chloride. The correct answer is C. The influx of sodium ions through voltage-gated sodium channels is crucial for the depolarization phase of an action potential in muscle cells. What is the role of acetylcholine in skeletal muscle contraction? A. Inhibits muscle contraction. B. Stimulates calcium release. C. Binds to receptors on the muscle fiber membrane. D. Activates ATP production. The correct answer is C. Acetylcholine is released from motor neurons and binds to receptors on the sarcolemma of muscle fibers, triggering an action potential that leads to muscle contraction. Which muscle is responsible for abducting the arm at the shoulder joint? A. Pectoralis major. B. Latissimus dorsi. C. Deltoid. D. Biceps brachii. The correct answer is C. The deltoid muscle is primarily responsible for abduction of the arm at the shoulder, lifting the arm away from the body's midline. Which of the following muscles is not part of the hamstring group? A. Biceps femoris. B. Semitendinosus. C. Semimembranosus. D. Rectus femoris. The correct answer is D. The rectus femoris is part of the quadriceps group in the anterior thigh, while the hamstring group, biceps femoris, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, is located in the posterior thigh. During muscle contraction, what is the function of ATP in the cross-bridge cycle? A. Provides energy for calcium release. B. Detaches myosin from actin. C. Allows calcium ions to bind to troponin. D. Stabilizes the muscle fiber membrane. The correct answer is B. ATP binds to myosin heads, causing them to detach from actin filaments after a power stroke, allowing the cross-bridge cycle to continue. Which muscle group is primarily responsible for plantar flexion of the foot? A. Quadriceps. B. Hamstrings. C. Gastrocnemius and soleus. D. Tibialis anterior. The correct answer is C. The gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, together forming the calf muscle, are responsible for plantar flexion, which allows the foot to point downward. In a sarcomere, which region shortens during muscle contraction? A. A-band. B. I-band. C. H-zone. D. M-line. The correct answer is B. The I-band, which contains only thin filaments, shortens during muscle contraction as the actin filaments slide towards the center of the sarcomere. Which enzyme is responsible for breaking down acetylcholine in the synaptic cleft after muscle contraction? A. Acetylcholinesterase. B. Creatine kinase. C. Myosin ATPase. D. Lactate dehydrogenase. The correct answer is A. Acetylcholinesterase breaks down acetylcholine in the synaptic cleft, terminating the signal for muscle contraction and allowing the muscle to relax. Which muscle fiber type is primarily adapted for endurance activities? A. Type I, slow twitch. B. Type IA, fast twitch oxidative. C. Type E, fast twitch glycolytic. D. Type IIX, intermediate. The correct answer is A. Type I slow twitch muscle fibers are rich in mitochondria and myoglobin, making them highly resistant to fatigue and suited for endurance activities like long-distance running. Which of the following is the largest muscle in the human body? A. Trapezius. B. Gluteus maximus. C. Latissimus dorsi. D. Quadriceps femoris. The correct answer is B. The gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the human body, responsible for movements such as hip extension, and plays a key role in maintaining posture and mobility. What is the effect of lactic acid buildup in muscles during intense exercise? A. Enhances muscle contraction. B. Causes muscle fatigue. C. Increases ATP production. D. Prevents calcium release. The correct answer is B. Lactic acid buildup during anaerobic exercise leads to a decrease in pH within muscle cells, contributing to muscle fatigue and reduced contractile efficiency. Which muscle is involved in the process of inspiration by elevating the ribs? A. Internal intercostals. B. External intercostals. C. Rectus abdominis. D. Diaphragm. The correct answer is B. The external intercostal muscles assist in the process of inspiration by elevating the ribs, increasing the thoracic cavity volume to allow air intake. Which of the following muscles is responsible for rotating the head to the opposite side? A. Trapezius. B. Sternocleidomastoid. C. Splenius capitis. D. Levator scapulae. The correct answer is B. The sternocleidomastoid muscle, located in the neck, rotates the head to the opposite side and assists in flexing the neck. Which protein blocks the myosin binding sites on actin in resting skeletal muscle? A. Troponin. B. Tropomyosin. C. Myosin. D. Actinine. The correct answer is B. Tropomyosin is a regulatory protein that covers the myosin binding sites on actin filaments in resting skeletal muscle, preventing contraction until calcium ions are present. Which muscle is primarily responsible for dorsiflexion of the foot? A. Tibialis anterior. B. Gastrocnemius. C. Soleus. D. Fibularis longus. The correct answer is A. The tibialis anterior muscle is responsible for dorsiflexion of the foot, which involves lifting the foot upwards towards the shin.